7 Action News investigators were first to expose Wayne County Executive Bob Ficano's political machine. It's now the subject of a federal lawsuit, and tonight, investigator Ross Jones got his hands on sworn testimony that's raising a whole bunch of new questions.
For years, Nader Fakhouri was Bob Ficano's top political fundraiser. Well, he was on the hot seat last month, being questioned as part of a whistleblower lawsuit filed by former county appointee James Wallace. He used to work for Bob Ficano as a graphic artist and says he was fired after refusing to do political work on county time.
I went through a year of my life almost of them just being awful people because I wouldn't do what they say. Sometimes I had to because I was afraid for losing my job.
Today, Wallace's old boss, Nader Fakhouri's 270-page deposition was released. He was grilled for nearly 6 hours by Wallace's lawyer, Deborah Gordon, about political work being done on county time.
There was just a ton of fundraising activity being done on county time, and I have the emails that show this.
When shown political emails sent during county time, Fakhouri insisted that they were sent on lunch breaks. He said no political fundraising was paid for with taxpayer money. Perhaps the only thing more interesting than the questions Fakhouri answered were the ones he didn't. Several times throughout the deposition, Fakhouri invoked his Fifth Amendment rights, protecting him from possible self-incrimination. When Gordon asked him about the county building authority paying millions for a property that Fakhouri owned a 20% stake in, he said he didn't know many details. Gordon, though, seemed skeptical. Quote, "I'm supposed to believe that the number 2 or 3 person in the county doesn't know what the county is doing with property that he owns?" Fakhouri's lawyer jumped in. "It's not relevant to this," he said. That lawyer also told him not to answer questions about $400,000 in payments from Ficano's campaigns to a company owned by his sister, and whether Fakhouri asked the county's IT chief, Tahir Kazmi, to provide county jobs for big campaign contributors. Throughout his testimony, Fakhouri was flanked by 2 criminal lawyers who were representing him in the FBI's ongoing probe. I spoke with one of them tonight, who declined comment, but said Fakhouri isn't an FBI target. As for Gordon, she says she's still fighting the county to turn over emails and records, but says this much is clear.
What we're going to be able to show is that the culture at the county was, for many people, that Bob Ficano's career came first and foremost.
Fakhouri left the county back in March. He said he still keeps in touch with his old boss, Bob Ficano, and that they've sometimes discussed that ongoing FBI probe. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.